Hi, Yavi Caro here, and welcome to another episode of the Hardcore Soft Skills Podcast. In each episode, I bring you a different skill that you can master. And this past few weeks, we've been focusing on episodes, very short episodes, in terms of the content of my book, Hardcore Soft Skills, A Guide to Work with Humans. And my intent with these episodes have been to give you a quick exercise that you can practice each day with your team to improve on these skills. Because I have a roadmap I have developed to learn soft skills. So the first week, we learn about the skills to connect. Then the second week, we talked about those skills needed to communicate. Now, last week we were talking about the skills to collaborate and create, and this week we're going to talk about the skills to correct. And by correct, I mean simply to be able to improve and deal with the challenges that we have to deal with on the day to day at work. One important thing that has been significant skill that we need to develop. And this has been a significant skill, especially this year, because technology has been shifting, the work environment has been changing, and we have realized that we need to become better at adapting because we cannot resist it. It's just going to continue occurring. So, here's an exercise that we need to do in order to improve the adaptability skills for ourselves and for our teams. So, an exercise I share in my book has been reframing the change, and it consists of identifying a few things: finding the what, finding the who, and finding the how. So, for example, is there shift in our work because they're reorganizing, because now there's been restructuring of the organization? Then find the what. What are the possible options that we can take based on the change? In if it's, for example, a job change, should we focus on new job opportunities? Do we need to develop new skills? What are some of the things that we need to consider based on this change? Now, finding the who. After you identify the what of what has been changing, what are some of the things to consider due to the change, finding the who means identifying people that have been involved with a similar transformation, that have some experience on something that has occurred to them because they have had a similar change or because they have to transform their job approaches recently. So finding the who and make a list of those peoples because we want to reach out to them and learn from their experience, what has been good, what has been bad. And then finding the how. After we've identified the what is within our control, what are the things that are changing, what are the things that we can do, and identifying the who, those people that can help us adapt a little bit better to that change. Now we find the how. Simply, we've talked to the people who we needed to talk to. Now we need to set the plan for ourselves of how to achieve that, the better end of the deal, that good end of the situation where, you know what, things are changing. So, this is what we need to do in order to adapt to the change based on what this person that I've talked to told me, based on what I've identified that I could change within my control. So, find the how and start working towards that because it's not going to be perfect and it's probably going to take effort, some effort, but we just need to be able to look at this in the most objective way possible, understanding, of course, our emotions. But we need to keep moving and we need to be able to develop those skills to adapt. So, once you practice this exercise, let me know how it goes. I want to learn how was your experience with change. What have you learned through change? And I want to hear and learn more because there's a lot more that I could be sharing with you listeners here on this podcast. So visit my website, hardcoresoftsskillspodcast.com. And while you're there, sign up for my newsletter where I share a lot of the resources. Again, thank you for listening.